Hey guys, Oko here. Welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. We're starting things off here in southern Sandoria in the past. Let's check out the Line Spring Inn, see what's going on with our friends there. Report in now that we've finished everything with Lilith. We can let them know what's happened with Lilithette.
Ah, Oko. Gorgeous to lay eyes. Word of your valorous exploits at the Valdonia front has been resounding all over Sandoria. Everyone speaks with high praise of the crucial role you played in securing a foothold in the struggle. To think that it was I who saw your potential from the very start. My uncanny sense of perception never fails me, I tell you. With your invaluable survive, our northern forces were able to regroup. They're preparing for the final offensive as we speak. Oh, glorious day. Is something amiss? You don't seem to be derived any pleasure from the happy tidings. Lilithette? That's no name this dancer has ever heard. Your trusty partner who fought beside you throughout the war, you say? Oh, come on now, Oko. We both know you're modest to a fault, and this is dubious home, and is doubleth some ploy to cast attention away from yourself. These earths of mine hear many a rumor, but they all speak of you as a dauntless lone wolf, a Regalis. Marvelous news. The Regalis has been reinstated to the Royal Knights. Numerous persons of influence thence petitioned to the Allied headquarters. You see, and his dismissal was subsequently overturned. What's more, it's looking ever more likely that the Knights of the Ironcrest Hawk will be reinstituted under his command. Truth be told, that the Regalis appears to have lost all recollection of his time in Valdonia did give me pause. But seeing him back over with hale and hearty is more than anyone could ask for. Now, hold on to your proverbial hat, for here cometh the biggest, most exhilarating news to crown them all. It pleaseth me to no end to tell you that a wedding date has been set. Huzzah! Whose wedding, you ask? Why, who else but our very own dream couple, Sir Regalis and Portia. With auspicious events taking place both on and off the battlefield, the prevailing mood in the Allied forces has become one of optimism. It feels like forever since we've had occasion to celebrate. This here is an official invitation with your name on it. Knowing your incurable propensity for wanderlust, the Regalis entrusted it in my safekeeping. The ceremony will be held at the Temple of the Goddess in Juneau. I shall make my way there presently. See to it that you show up in a timely fashion.
Alright, we obtained the wedding invitation, so let's head to Juneau then. Alright, so here we are in Saruman Champagne in the past. This is where we sort of... They never actually, in this campaign, let us explore Juno. Past Juno. It's interesting how we're always on the outside of the gates, like now. Oh yeah, so I got my glory crown on again, just so I look nice for the wedding, but we are also going to want to unequip our weapons and shields. Yeah. Alright, so now we're all ready for the party. Let's go. Bulwark Gate. We're here to attend the wedding of Sir Regalis and Lady Portia. The ceremony will be held at the Temple of the Goddess in Upper Juno. You'd best hurry. It is due to commence momentarily. Oh, it's you. You're Oko, Portia and Mr. Mayakov's good friend, right? The proceedings are about to commence. Hurry up already. Will those in attendance kindly clear a pathway to the altar? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the joining of Sir Regalis B. Balamat and Portia Fontaine in holy matrimony. Will the groom and the bride approach? She's absolutely stunning.
I can't scarce wait for the day I walk down the aisle garbed like so.
What?
What's with the soft expression? I meant the tuxedo, silly.
In time immemorial, the goddess Altana wept tears of benevolence upon the land, and from those tears we were born. Then the goddess bade us to love one another. It is our creed and our mission, for only love can restore Vanadil to her former beauty. Today, these two before us have heard the goddess's word in their hearts. They are brave, for this is the first step of a long journey. Sir Regalis, do you take this woman as your sacred wife, to love for all eternity and never betray, even should your blade be sundered and your quiver emptied? On my honor, I do. Portia, do you take this man as your sacred husband, to love for all eternity and never betray, even should your blade be sundered and your quiver emptied? On my honor, I do. Now, say unto one another the holy vows. I will be Portia's sword. I will be at Portia's side, defending her from harm's edge, and repelling her foes always. I will be Sir Regalis' dagger. I will be at Sir Regalis' side, defending him from harm's edge, and repelling his foes always. By the power vested in me, I pronounce you man and wife. May the glory and fortunes of war be with you. Now go forth. Your journey lies before you. Congratulations! Regalis, you old dog. Always had to be first in everything you did. Don't you dare make Portia cry, elsewise you shall answer to me.
I'm so happy for the two of you. Never mind me. I have something in my eye, that's all. The reception will be held in the Ruler Garden shortly. I'll see you there, Oko.
Oko. We're so glad you could be with us on our special day. If it weren't for you, Sir Regalis and I might not have made it this far. For a certainty. Neither of us have memory of what transpired in Voldonia, nor do we know how we came to be back in Sandoria. The only link we have to that blank in our recollection is a parchment we found by us upon awakening. Upon it are scrawled simply the words, "Be sure to thank Oko and Liliset." A mystery, to be sure, but it would seem we too owe you much and more than we can remember. Another mystery being this Liliset. Is this person known to you, perchance? Is no longer with us. Is no longer with us. Oh, then I suppose there's no way to give her our thanks. She gave me this earring. Why, this earring is identical to mine. I never imagined I'd see another. What is this grief that racks me so on the happiest day of my life? Please forgive me. I know not what brought on the tears. All of a sudden, it felt as though there was a gaping hole in my heart, as if I've lost something terribly dear to me.
Why, if it isn't Oko, enjoying the festivities, I trust? The bouquet toss is about to take place. I wonder who the lucky lass will be. Tee-hee. Oh my, lovely beyond words. Why, it's as if the goddess herself bless us with union with her divine presence.
Liliset, an enchanting name, brimming with warmth and hope, yet somehow forlorn. A beautiful name, my love. It seems we're of a mind, my lord. We're back at the vertical conflux here. Let's click on this for another cutscene. Reality with reality collideth, and in time returneth to the waltz. With the hope of life restored unto thee, a single vanishing tear wished thus. May thy courage never falter. May thy heart stay ever true. I shall imbue thy moonshade earring with the power of thy choosing. Consider this my small gift to thee. Know that the vessel can house only such power as befits its diminutive size. Think well and choose wisely, lest thou shouldst later come to regret thy decision. Alright, so let's imbue it. Select. So we get to choose 2 augments to this moonshade earring, which I guess is just permanently attached to us, which is kind of cool. So let's look here. So there's accuracy, attack, ranged attack, magic, and then hit points. Well, I don't know. Either hit points or accuracy or attack are the main ones I'm interested in. I guess I'll just go attack. Select 1 augment. And then the second one, latent effect regain, refresh, occasionally grants damage bonus based on TP plus 5%, TP bonus plus 250. I wonder what that does. That sounds interesting. Occasionally maximizes magic accuracy, occasionally quickens spellcasting, occasionally increases resistance to all status ailments. Counter. I don't know if I have counter though. I'm gonna go with, I think, the TP bonus. Art thou certain this is the power thou desirest? I have imbued the moonshade earring with the power thou hast chosen. Take it, and go with the blessing of the goddess. Alright, so it's not a key item. There it is. It's going to be now a physical item. But yeah, if you want to augment it differently, you throw it away, and I think then you click this. Remember we were clicking this earlier, trying to get a cutscene? I think that's what this space is for here. Alright, so that basically does it for the Wings of the Goddess missions and quests. We're done. There's still some things to do. One thing I want to look at quickly. Where was it again? Achievements? No. Content? No. Here we are, the missions. Alright, let's do these. We haven't done any of these yet, so we'll get a whole bunch of, I need the sparks, too, right now, anyway, because we want to get up to 75,000 sparks for December. So let's see if we can build up some extra treasure here. There's number 3. We could have done these as we went along, but of course, it doesn't really matter. Always do them later. So I guess that's it. There's 8. Lest we forget. There's still a job there's still a job that we can pick up that we didn't really meddle much in that, but we'll take care of that now. Right, before we go out, there's something I just want to buy to prepare. We're going to go into Leathercraft, Materials. And I want to buy a stack of vellum. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Really? 150,000? Yikes, that's a lot of money. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. All right, it's high quality paper. Holy smokes. Let's just see. I mean, I can afford it, but it's just I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I'm so cheap. Oh my god. Let's try this. Oh my god, we're gonna have to pay. Oh wow, it's not a big deal. We've been kind of saving money lately. Let's just do it. It's fine. It's an expense for something great. Alright, we're heading back to the past now. Okay, so we're here at Battaglia Downs in the past. And we want to go into this entrance here to the LDM Necropolis. Here's Thorben outside guarding the door. What am I gonna do? Hey, you there. You gotta help me out. I must have dropped my squad's map of Grauberg while I was patrolling the Necropolis earlier. It's the only copy we have. If Captain Red Axe finds out I lost it, he'll empty one of the crypts down there to make room for me. Leaving my post to search for the map will only make things worse. What do you say? Can you take a quick look around? Now that we are here in the LDM Necropolis, we're looking for someone named Erlene. See if she shows up on the wide scan. Yes, she is. She's right ahead of us. Good. Turbulent storm. The roads to Bastok are crawling with ruthless beastmen scouts just itching to add another notch to their axes. If you get spotted, you can always play the brave man and fight the scum, but the Republic needs live soldiers, not ones in body bags. Turn tail and run away. Live to kill another day. That's my motto. Alright, so right down here and around the corner we should find Erlene. And we might have seen Erlene actually at the wedding ceremony that we were just at. Because we should have done this before we finished the campaign. But anyway, yeah. Sort of this scholarly dressed girl here. Let's talk to her and see what she has to say. Oh, a potential pupil. Have you come to enroll in the Schultz School of Martial Theory? Where's the dotted line? I was just looking for the latrine. Yeah, no, we'll sign up. Such enthusiasm. We certainly welcome beginners. Ah, how positively rude of me. You may address me as Professor Erlene. As well as serving on the operations staff here in the Necropolis, I teach martial theory to academic applicants in my capacity as a military scholar. And what is martial theory, you ask? In a nutshell, it is the study of applying tactics and strategy to ensure victory on the field of battle. The Schultz School of Martial Theory mainly focuses on the study of ancient military magic texts known as grimoires. The beauty of this approach is the effective incorporation of spells and incantations into the latest strategies and tactics. Pupils schooled in Schultz Martial Theory are valued across Vanadil as military tacticians. Allow me to demonstrate the dual nature of the grimoire. That was the white grimoire, and this, the black grimoire. So I have your full attention now? Utilizing the teachings of the Schultz theories, one is able to switch between the two as the situation demands. What is all this commotion? Professor Albrecht, when did you return? Must I introduce myself to our guest, Professor Erlin? Greetings, I am Professor Albrecht. Greetings, I am Professor Albrecht, Chief of Operations of the Republican Army of Bastok. From my observations, I would say your interest was captured more by that flashy grimoire display than Professor Erlin's explanation of Schultz's martial theory. I do not mean to criticize. It is natural for us to feel wonder at the things we do not understand. That curiosity is your ally. However, mastery of the grimoire requires more than simple enthusiasm. A pity, but I do not think you... Oh, enough of your ponderous blustering, Professor. The gates of knowledge must not be closed to one with a willingness to learn. Is this not a fundamental law of the Schultz school? Do not take the professor's flippant dismissal to heart. You will have your chance to learn. There are, however, certain requirements. You must understand the grimoires are valuable tomes. I am not seeking to deprive you of coin. There are other sheets of vellum. We have a dire shortage of sheets of vellum. Professor Albrecht, I'll thank you not to interrupt me. Have I misspoken? Do we not require the materials in abundance? While the matter is not terribly urgent, I believe 12 sheets of vellum should cover our needs. You have your task. Altana's fortune smile upon you. Professor Albrecht, this applicant has yet to be processed. 12, not one less. Professor. If you would be so kind as to collect 12 sheets of vellum, I shall begin planning an exclusive curriculum for your introduction to martial theory. So apparently there is a cheaper way to get the vellums. I should have read a little bit further into my notes, but there's someone you can talk to. I think his name is Tucker in the Crawler's Nest. And if he'll trade you 1 sheet of vellum for every stack of 12 Roland berries that you give him. And you can easily find those from caterpillars and things in the... or even just buying 12 stacks of Roland berries would have been cheaper than the stack of vellum we bought. But anyway, that's all right. No big deal. We bought the vellum. We got it. So let's use it now. Let's just talk to Erlene here again quickly. All right. She's just asking for them. So let's just give it to her. Oh. The sheets of vellum. Excellent. While I'm still rather irked at Professor Ulbrecht's imposition, it is true we scholars can never have enough vellum in stock. I have already prepared your grimoire from our available supplies, of course. Inside I have inscribed a curriculum on which to base your studies. Your grimoire is both magical tome and tactical manual. A military scholar fights with both intellect and knowledge. This book will be your weapon. Tell me, what are the two main schools of magic? Yes, white magic and black magic. Their natures are diametrically opposed, leading most practitioners to focus on one school or the other in order to attain true mastery. However, we scholars learn the laws of magic as a single theory, and thus overcome the disadvantages inherent in specialization. In simple terms, we are able to utilize the full potential of both forms of magic. From a tactical point of view, a scholar can choose the incantation most suitable for the task at hand, regardless of school. That is the strength that lies at the heart of the Schultz school of martial theory. But rather than listen to me drone, You would be better served by reading the grimoire and experiencing the theory for yourself. One learns faster through doing, yes? Very well. Let's have you read the first page while producing an arcane tap effect. The manifestation of arcane energy will trigger the astral properties of the grimoire and empower the words within. It will also serve to attune the tome to your personal astral signature. An arcane tap effect is somewhat different to the sudden burst of magic provided by spells such as fire. It is a steady stream of magical energy. Both Manafont and Chainspell are examples of arcane tap effects. How else can I explain? Yes. While similar, Benediction will not produce the required energy. The magical power of such abilities dissipate at the culmination of spellcasting. Do you understand the difference? Now, initiate whichever arcane tap effect is available to you, and open the grimoire to the first page in order to complete the attunement process. If I'm not mistaken, it appears you are not currently capable of tapping into a steady source of arcane energy. How vexing. You must have the ability to produce an arcane tap effect, or we cannot proceed with the attunement. It must be a source of magic originating from the applicant. I'm sorry. This is a stumbling block that you alone must overcome. Alright, well I should have prepared that before I came, but basically we have to be either, we have to change jobs. We have to either be a black mage, a red mage, a summoner, or a blue mage. Yeah, I don't think it matters which one. But it's okay, we just activated the survival guide here, so we can get back here real quick. So I'll just quickly head to my Mog House, change jobs. I'll be right back. Here we are back as a blue mage, level 1. But that's fine. We'll talk to Erlene here again, see if she says anything different. An arcane match, blah blah blah. She's saying the same thing over. Alright, so abilities, job abilities, Azure Lore. This one counts. So we'll use that on ourselves. And then talk to her again while we have that status equipped on us. Congratulations on entering the Schultz School of Martial Theory. Professor Albrecht. No need to steam up your glasses, Professor Erlene. I am merely here to pick up the sheets of vellum. Here we are. Splendid. Were you aware that the history of magic stretches back 600 years? During that time, the rapid evolution of magical research has produced a myriad of spells and incantations. However, the effective utilization of these spells has never been the subject of thorough academic inquiry. These so-called mages have been so infatuated with their own power that they have never spent the time to mediate on the method of its use. In this respect, their ignorance equals that of common military scholars, who, on the other hand, have ignored the existence of magic in their strategies. And that is where the Schultz School of Martial Theory breaks away from the pack. In this age of stunning magical revolution, we are the only school to fuse arcane mystery with modern military tactics. A stirring oration, indeed, but a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Eh? Do you recall that lesson, Albrecht? Professor Schultz. The roads are not safe. How did you... A pleasure to see you again, Erlene, Albrecht. The resourceful general employs his enemies as well as his allies. I merely hopped in the back of a passing beastman's supply wagon and alighted near my destination. Same old Professor Schultz. I believe introductions are in order. Erlene, if you might do me the honor. This is Professor Gunther Schultz, the founder of the Schultz School of Martial Theory. He is a hero of Bastock, a type of genius that is born once a century. Erlene, my name and title would have been sufficient. I am but a member of academic society, nothing more. And who do we have here? Oko, was it? In this world of chaos, there is always an avenue to salvation. In one age, that salvation may take the form of a brilliant, charismatic leader. In another age, an immensely powerful weapon. However, I believe the key to ending this war will be the knowledge and actions of those who have mastered the arts of the military scholar. That is my firm conviction, and I am certain a day will come when you will hold the same belief. Oh, but listen to me ramble. I have no time to be delivering lectures. The Schultz School of Martial Theory encourages practical application. Only through testing your strategies in the heat of battle will you begin to grow as a scholar. Oko, do not lose yourself in the power of the grimoire, but look within yourself for the direction you must tread. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright, we obtained the key item, the grimoire. And the key item, well, that's the job gesture scholar. Yep, so there's scholar there now in the bottom. What happens if we talk to Erlene now, I wonder? Phew, my heart is racing. One never knows when Professor Schultz will make an appearance. You are extremely fortunate to have been blessed with his guidance so early in your career. Lock those words in your mind, Oko, and never let them go. So there you are. If you want to become a scholar, that's how you go about to do it. We'll probably experiment and play around with that job class eventually, but not for a long time. Rhapsodies. So, uncertain destinations. Kate Sith gave you a special item used to enter the Walk of Echoes after hearing your explanation about what may come to pass. Enter the Walk of Echoes from either Battalion Downs, Rolandberry, or Sorman Champagne. Resume point. Yeah, I want to, we want to click on this question mark one here, though, I think. This is the one that activates for the Rhapsodies. You are unable to make further progress in Rhapsodies due to an event occurring. During an event? What? In the quest Champion of the Dawn. Alright, well I guess there's still some more stuff we need to do for Kate Sith. So let's just enter the Walk of Echoes, and I think we can talk to her again. A raging howl blasts from the abyss surrounding walk number 11. Oko, it, me, Sith. Can't, not, strength. I, you, thoughts, gathering strength. Can you, me, past, for, yug, in, glace. Yeah, 3, reconstruct, me, please. Power, met, no, ornament, ornate, door, waiting. Alright. Alright, so we just have to activate 3... Wow, look at this! We haven't really explored this yet. What are all these? Do these go to places? Oh my goodness. This is overwhelming. Yeah, we'll come back to this. Yikes. need to return to 3 of the spots where we got those dawn drops. One of them was the one that was right out here. This one right here. In the past East Ron 4. So, one right here, right in front of the castle. We obtained Kiad Breath of Dawn. Alright, so the next one... the next one is in Yugner Forest. Alright, so we're in the right area. Yeah, there it is. Easy to find. Yeah, and it was much quicker instead of going to the survival guide in this area. It's the very southern part. What I did was I went to the East Ron 4 one, which is right outside a zone right here. So that's much quicker trip than going all the way from the south. So there's the Breath of Dawn. Now we need the third one is at the Bosiding Glacier. That's another easy one. We just gotta go down that ramp. Go down one level and then down one ramp. So I'll meet you guys there. So here we are at the one at the Bosiding Glacier. We're at the bottom of the ramp. And there we got the Breath of Dawn. Now, we gotta go to the Walk of Echoes entrance at Grauberg, unfortunately. So I'll meet you guys there. It's a long trip. Yeah, I really have to look into a way of somehow transporting here. There's gotta be a way to transport to this location. It takes quite a while to get here, all the way from the survival guide. Now that we're here... we're gonna enter Walk of Echoes. Alright, so we're gonna take these Breath of Dawns that we collected, and we are going to examine the ornate door, see if we can help Kate Sith. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Oko. I can finally communicate like before. You're the best. I forgot how I promised to be of use to you. Serve you well. What do you ask? Be of use? That I can help you? No, not in the way you might hope. Our world has rules, too. Ways of doing things must abide properly. Rules which go beyond the world of man, encompass the entirety of all universes and dimensions. Don't ask me why. I didn't make them. I just play by them. Or have you forgotten all you have learned? Had your memories consumed? Let us then wake them up with a spar, a contest of claws. Unless, of course, you'd rather not. Pain isn't my forte, and when it comes to love and peace, I'm quite content, very happy indeed. I'll let you decide what's best. I'll return these to you if you have need of them. Just use them and I'll come bounding to your side. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but indecision is what'll finish you. If you decide to use them, they'll be gone forever, whether you triumph or fail. So you'll have to start from square one, make a fresh beginning. Imagine what a pain it would be to slink around to all those places again. Don't worry your tail off. Now that I'm as good as new, one place should be enough. More than sufficient. I'll be here grooming myself whenever you're ready. Good to go. For another cutscene? That you stand before my gates, Oko, can mean only one thing. You are ready to fight me, tooth and claw. Don't expect me to paw around. Come, give it your all. Alright, so here's our battle for Champion of the Dawn. I guess we'll go with Eximal again, young Eximal. Put on our Creed helmet. And I think we'll keep Excalibur and see how it goes. So here's a battle with Kate Sith himself. Us against him. We can take on a little kitty. Alright, how we doing here? Pretty good. I've just been concentrating on my buffs, so... This is... Yeah, things have moved around since I changed jobs. Rearranged all of my... stuff. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. So what did he do? He paralyzed us. I could try weapon skill. I think I'll try and wait to 2000. He's almost dead. Oh, he's rolling dice. Who's that? Is that Maika? Okay, here we go. Here we are. Hee, what more to expect from the Champion of the Dawn? No, all the Kate Siths will lend you our strength, all of our capabilities. There may be a limit to what I can do for you, but speak, say your piece. What is it you desire? So we can get items such as this Nasanika belt and Nasanika ring and Nasanika torque. But those are not that interesting to me. I'd like your services as an avatar. I think we can actually summon Kate Sith for a summoner. Understood. Perfectly clear. Consider your wish granted. So I think that's the most unique reward that we can get from that, and probably the most useful, really. The contract is complete, signed and sealed. I'll fight by your side as long as you draw breath. What's wrong? I can't stand long speeches. Did you expect something special? Oh, hush. It's all part and parcel of the deal. Don't worry, I haven't deceived you, led you astray. That's it. Show's over. Go with Altana, esteemed Champion of the Dawn. I must make like a tear and dry up. Disappear. Do you remember those words? My soliloquy? There's no sense in hiding the truth for you, so I'll let it all out. Come clean. What remains of me here is but a fragment. That's right. I'm a simple ghost, an apparition. I cannot tell whether I shall be permitted to stay or if I shall fade. Evanesce. But I shan't give up for so long as you have need of me. Now, if you're done catting around, we've got work to do. Yeah. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is not. What a fur-raising proposition. Incredibly frightful. Well, I'll do what I can. Alright, we've gained the ability to summon Kate Sith. So, we might be able to move on with Rhapsodies now. But there is one other quest that this flags, but let me just check this out. Alright, I'm going to leave the Walk of Echoes and come back. I think there's, one more battle that we can do here. Oko, I knew you would come back. Return to me. Things have gotten a bit hairy since you were last here. I helped you before, so now it's your turn to lend me your aid. Listen to my plight. Absolutely. You've always been such a good friend, a friendly do-gooder, so pure of heart, in fact, that I'm sure you can hear her calling out. Close your eyes and open your ears. Can hear, please. Altana, Atto, forbid, dark, kindred. So, can you hear her calling out to you, asking you things? Only when you can feel her heart and spirit will you be able to fully comprehend, wholly understand. Please, help her. Grand fight, dark future. We gave it our all. We tried to stop the kindred, and one false step would have spelled ends. I tried. The cavernous maw I sealed, they opened it. You see, Lilithette is fighting tooth and claw in her world, leading the just against the profane, the ones who wish to harm our world. Their raids on Shadow Kindred strongholds have sowed chaos and prevented the sinister forces from making further inroads. But now, they've set their beady little eyes on something bigger, Atomos. They want their foothold to turn into utter domination, and are trying to use the Walk of Echoes to return to the past, our past. Lady Lilith is a magnanimous maiden compared to them. They leave no hope in their wake. Everything's shrouded in despair. Please, Nijir, once more. I hope voice can reach. Is it Oko? How do you respond? Don't lose heart. I can hear you. Hear me? No? But You really did it, Oko. She could hear you, understand what you said. Spoken like a true champion of the dawn. The time's come to quit catting around and tell you what's going on. Everything Lilithette said was true, fully verified. She ventured to the dark future and sealed the cavernous maws, which are being forced open by the Shadow Kindred. They haven't found the trump card, though, the entrance to the past here in the Walk of Echoes. Lilithette has trapped those few who've stumbled close, but there's limits to what she can do on her own. Not to say that I didn't help, lend a hand, but everything happened so quickly, and it takes all my strength to frazzle the gates that connect this world to that one. The arena within is burgeoning with demons and threatens to burst, explode into bits. They even poked their heads out of it. But they realized they couldn't come barreling through the entrance like a crazed gubu. Perhaps they're smarter than I thought. But we can't sit here wringing our hands while Lilithette is holding them back in that arena. You'd be proud of how strong she's become, despite the circumstances. It will be a meeting all Vanadil will remember. I'll take the plunge and tell her you're right behind me, which I assume you will be. Alright, so let's head towards the ornate door and prepare for another battle. Alright. Oko, is it really? Never would I have thought to have seen you again in either world. I can see I'm not the only one who's been doing some training. So, what do you think? You've gotten cuter. Still the same old little set. Yeah, I don't know what kind of response I expected. But let's leave that aside. I've been doing all I can over here. Not just for me, but for Lilith. Yet it's not enough. One of the Dark Kindred's generals eked out a strange power from beyond the void. Remember, Oko, how we tried to go back in time and alter the course of history? His goal is one and the same. I never thought he could succeed, but underestimating the enemy only sowed the seeds of our own defeat. It's all my fault. Had I only been vigilant. It's thanks to Kate Sith that we've barely managed to seal him inside. But his power, Oko, it's real. Even worse, it's something I can't handle on my own. We can only keep him sealed in so long before he inevitably breaks free. Please, lend me your aid one last time. We've got to vanquish him before the past is rewritten. Alright, Future Fabulous, back in action. Oh my, I shouldn't be so peppy when the future of my world is on the line. If we're to see this through, we must remain 100% focused. Take a look. This is the key that will open the rift for us. Kate Sith will prepare another one of things. Kate Sith will prepare another one if things turn out sour. So return to the arena's entrance if you need to be transported again. I couldn't be more ready. Let me show you what I'm made of. Come on. We obtained the butterfly-shaped key, and let's use that. The Forbidden Reunion. Let's do it. Holy smokes, these things are huge. I'm twitching with anticipation, Oko. Alright, so this is one of the battles where we're going to be joined... Whoops. We're going to be joined by Lilith, and we have to help keep Lilith alive. And our white mage. Alright, so let's start the battle, and yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Lilith and make sure that we keep her healed. So I guess I'll go after the dragon first. Alright, I got Cure 4 on Lilith. I'll just let the party go nuts on the monsters. I think I'll start using some cures. think I'll also switch to my sword as well to give myself a little... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep casting Cure. See if I can build up some TP here. Better start healing her. This is a tough battle. I'm losing magic now. I thought I could... I lost all my magic points. Oh boy. Little Set's gonna be dead soon, I think. Alright, now Gloomtown. Let's see if we can do this. I really could use some magic, though. So now we're out of magic. So Little Set's kind of on her own, but hopefully we can keep this guy preoccupied. As long as he keeps his attention on us, and I'm not worried about us. We seem to be doing fine. And I'm gonna keep building my TP. Yeah, if he turns around and looks at her at all, I'm gonna use my weapon skill. So far, so good. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that was a good idea to go after the dragon first. Or not. So we're at 2,000 TP. I'm gonna use it. I did a little bit. That took about half of what he had. There might be 2 more monsters after this. Let's see. Can I use any cure? No. Oh my god, who's that? Lilith? What? What was that? I'm sure we're gonna find out. What do you suppose? A cavernous maw? But can we call it that if it's so tiny? I had a feeling this would be the case. Feline institution. The ability to open a cavernous maw doesn't depend on mere strength or potency. It's the key. The key? That thing? It's Atomos in his most fetal form. That's the best approximation I can describe. Atomos, the Distorter of Time, sometimes gives birth to these abnormalities. They're like little babes cooing toward the darkness. That explains it then. The Dark Kindred abomination must have gotten its claws on it. Precisely, beyond doubt. It fused with the demon's corporeal form and opened up an entrance. A sobering truth, indeed. Luckily for us, we managed to separate it. But we can't just leave it sitting here like an apple fallen from a tree. Someone will find it, and then... Therefore, Oko, I nominate you to squish it. Poof! Poof? I know we can't let it fall into the wrong hands, but do you think that's wise? Yeah. Champion of the Dawn, son of Altana? Your desires come to me like ancient memories, and they are who I am. Oko? Oko? He's absorbed a bit of Atomos' being. Normally, that would be cause for concern, but Oko, you appear to be in perfect health. With him inside, you'll be able to call forth his powers to aid you. Normally, a pact is required for an avatar to bond, but this was a special case, an anomaly. Treat that newfound power like you would a helpless child. Well, if Kate Sith says it's safe, well, she's always been on our side. But I'm afraid, Oko, that this is where we part. The dark future is expectedly bleak, but I'll be able to press on knowing that you're always by my side. Our reunion turned out to end in happiness, but next time we might not be so lucky. My sworn duty is to prevent something like this from ever happening again. Oh, is that so? Are you sure you don't want to engineer another excuse to see each other again? Hey, you should know better than that. First time the door closed, I thought it was over forever. But our heartfelt goodbyes and tear-jerking soliloquies seem a bit false now, don't they? Still, I'll always be fighting to bring light to where none has shone before. Oko, goodbye. Why, her speeches are enough to make even me blush. Turn red as a beet. But for her to leave this behind means that she trusts you above all else. Or do I sense something more? She should have just given it to you herself. But that would have been unbecoming, wouldn't you say? The bonds between you are unseverable. Of that I can be certain. Of course, that didn't prevent me from making her a similar one of you. Or did I stick my paws in too far this time? No matter the physical distance between you, you'll always serve as the goddess's wings. Your hearts and thoughts united as one. Never forget that. Ever. Alright. And we are now able to summon Atomos. Really? And we obtained the cipher of Lilithset. Awesome. I wasn't expecting an Atomos summon. Alright, so I believe now that wraps up most of the things that are stopping us from moving on with Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, I believe. We'll soon find out. Cipher Lilithset. A marvelous spectacle, if I do say so myself. Now, you owe me not one, but two. To-ho-ho! How great it is to have the upper hand. Alright, Lilithset. Alright, so now that we've helped our friend Kate Sith, now we'll try this. Let's see what happens now. The vine covering the cavernous maw shudders violently. Oko is engulfed by the cavernous maw. Oko, you have come. Shown your face before me. Alexander's cry has reached my ears. I trust you remember that Atomos consumes all futures that are forbidden. And I'm sure the one question that must be pulling at your mind, bothering you to no end, is why Atomos is not feasting on your dark future as we speak. I, too, have pondered that very question, and I will not play cat and mouse with you. That future is not a forbidden one. There is nothing that I can do, what with Atomos so intricately connected to the laws of the world, so important to the way Vanadil plays out. Oh, that's not why you're here? I need a Roja to be accepted. I guess. Kind of forgotten who she is. I kind of remember who a Roja is. What a perplexing conundrum. Yeah, because remember, we're on the Rhapsodies of Vanadil storyline now. So we're bringing in people from our past. We've kind of forgotten about, but we'll remember. I am quite lucky to have been protected by the goddess, but you... A great pair of white wings has wrapped you in its embrace. Although I'm hard-pressed to say why, I haven't got a whit of an idea. But those without such a boon cannot traverse the boundaries of time. Why would you think there would be a means to save her? You should count your blessings that Phoenix felt the need to save her at all. Most would have been left by the wayside. Why that dour look? Don't tell me you're going to come mewling some trite complaint. Of course I'm upset. Isn't there anything we can do? Of course you're upset. It's understandable. But don't mistake my honesty for callousness. Your story has shook me to the bones, sent a chill up my spine. I'm still letting it sink in, a force so mighty it can charm even Siren, the very mistress of seduction. I'm positively at the end of my rope, my wit's end. But there's still another option. Surely I don't need to tell you who Altana is. Never once have I been able to set eyes on her, but you. A day may yet come when you will be able to see her in person. Become the most intimate of acquaintances. Because you and yours are children of the goddess. Wait, I have an idea. A flash of inspiration. Altana may be able to provide Iroha, the successor she seeks. Altana may be able to provide Iroha, the successor she seeks. And if she can set everything right, it makes my whiskers twitch. Her love is eternal, and surpasses the very laws of our world. Of course, this leaves us the one small problem of how exactly you go about communing with her. However, I know of a fabulous person who might have an answer. Lolisette. I'll see if I can bring her to you, but it'll take some time. But never give up. Spread your wings and soar to the heavens. Oko. A first reunion was surprising enough, but a second? This isn't going to be a happy one either, is it? What happened? Kate Sith was running around like a chicken with its head cut off, and I couldn't pluck the answers off her. All I know is that it's got to be related to those dreams I've been having. You've seen them too, haven't you? Not dreams, but visions. I knew I couldn't have been the only one. They shook me to the core. A blackness deeper than the starless night enveloped the world, and the screams of 1,000 souls pierced the air. I wanted to reach out to them, but instead of grasping their hands, I began to float upward, my form bound by light. I became one with that self-same light, and the last thing I saw was your face. Your visage was even more noble than usual, and you had become a god. Huh? You had a different dream? What? That's an ill omen if I ever heard one. Could such terror truly be what the world has in store for us? Then in my dreams, all that light, was it just a fraud? And I'm totally powerless? What kind of trickery is this? I'll think of something. I'll need your help. Oh, I see how it is. You're going to run off and save the world. I knew I should have had more confidence in you. And so, do you have a plan to meet with Altana? You say Kate Sith was on about meeting Altana being our only chance, but I wonder. Maybe we'll be able to think of something if we put our heads together. Oh? What is... Oko, not only did I see the future, but also the past. Memories of the times we spent together, both warm and cold. A phantasmagoric kaleidoscope of images. You're absolutely sure I'm not dead? Something awful's happened. Not good at all. Kate Sith? What's wrong? Oko, it's about that ambassador friend of yours. The person you've been looking for. He found his way here. How terrible must this foe be, if he's managed to make his way to this world? Oko, I need you to make haste. Move like the wind. That orb you carry, the light erased all my doubts and fears. I'm ready for whatever may come to pass. Together we have the strength to conquer the darkness. Alright, we got Lilith's Alter Ego 2. Let's go up this way and click on the ornate door. Alright, so here's the ornate door. You took so long getting here that I figured you'd gotten swolled up whole. Gobbled up in one fell swoop. Which, by the way, is what's about to happen anyway. I don't understand. What? It's Atomos! It's multiplying and replicating itself. Hut-tut. Don't think I'm oblivious as to what's going on here, that I am utterly without clue. You're trying to wrest Atomos' power for your own nefarious ends. Kate Sith, look out! Yeah. The future is for us to decide, not you. Even if there are some things we would change, we still love this world. Yes, Some crosses are difficult to bear, and we lash out at things we find unjust. But our future is supposed to be bright and full of laughter, not racked with despair. Nothing can stop us from protecting all that Vana'diel can be. Nothing! I shall change this world. But without the power of darkness, I cannot. Animos, now! Devour him! Oko, look out! Oh no! Oko got sucked in! Don't worry, never fear. If anyone can come out unscathed, it's him. You foul creature, masked madman, I'll fight you tooth and claw! Here we are, it's dropped us off in Grauberg. And I think now we can do something about these. Is this the one or the one next to it? Let me just look here. Yeah, it's going to be this one. This one is going to bring out the monster. So first we have to... Whoops. No, stop. No, that's not the right one. We want to do this section though. And we'll do Lillicet, now that we have her. The first one. I haven't had a chance to get the cipher for Lillicet 2 done yet. Because it takes so long to get here, I just want to do this now. We'll bring in Mayakov as well. Examine this spot right here, and it spawns this Celis. Attack. Very unique monster sprite. Looks pretty neat. Looks like something we would have seen maybe in Altair or something. Alright, let's do some buffs. Let's see here. Let's go for Warcry. Rampart. Alright. That's most of our job abilities. Could also eat some food. Try reprisal. Okay. Put some magic on Phalanx and Crusade. Alright, we're almost at 2000 TP, so I could do a weapon skill. But, oh, you know what? I just realized I don't even have my full set of armor on. That's dumb. There. Duh. Because we get set bonuses, too. Don't want to lose those. Alright, well, we're almost at 3,000. I guess I'll get my Savage Blade ready. Here we go. just over 6,000. Not bad. For the Excalibur, at least. Would have been a lot more if it was the Scimitar, but... Alright, he's almost gone. So it's Cicetus, it looks like. Not Celis. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen a creature that looked like this before. This is a completely unique monster. Alright, let's do another Savage Blade. Maybe we can end this. Yes, we can. Good job. Now I think we go into the Walk of Echoes, if I can. Oko, I can't believe it. He got away. Fled for the hills. He absorbed Atomos' power and skedaddled out of here before either of us could stop him. After my impassioned speech, too. Oh, I can be so scatterbrained. But I made my bed, so I've got to lie in it. But this masked man, this ambassador of the void, I get the sense that he's holding back. If he was able to bring Atomos to his knees, then he could obliterate us with a snap of his fingers. But he didn't. Oko, have you been declawed or something? Lost all your gumption? With Atomos weakened, your bright future is naught but dust scattered before the wind. Then we've no hope? Before he was completely drained, he gobbled it all up. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And you call yourself a savior of Vana'diel? A protector of the realm? Did you actually want to save the future? Or did you just want to take credit for it? Hey now, Kate Sith, come off it. For someone complaining so loudly, your hands are quite warm from hiding them under your posterior. Meow. But it stings to admit that there's a kernel of truth to that. What do we do now? There's still the idea of meeting Altana. But how does one go about finding a goddess? Perhaps your friend Aroha can provide us with answers. After all, she's the one who bid you to absorb light into your orb. If she thinks that there's still some light left to gather, then the future may not be as doom and gloom as Kate Sith thinks. You think I'm full of bluster and bravado? Then let me show you what I'm made of. Demonstrate all that I can do. You do that for us? My whiskers can tell your fortune better than any old bones. And right now, they're telling me that your best chance to meet Aroha is to head back to Norg. And you got all that from your whiskers? If that's what you say, then I'll choose to believe you, I suppose. The best course of action is for us to split up. I've been charged with protecting Lilith's world, so I can't stay here for long. But just like that orb, I'll always be there by your side. Never forget that. Be safe, Oko. Oh no, I forgot to tell them. For someone who came from the future, his form here was quite solid, wholly unyielding. I have a feeling that he, and his other masked companions, exist in this timeline as well. And then there's something else I saw for a brief moment, laid my eyes on for a fleeting instant. The eyes never lie, but it can't be. So, let's do as she says and head to Norg. So here we are at Norg. We're going to click on Gilgamesh's door so we can have a little talk with him. Oi, Oko. You really got a knack for showing up when people are thinking about you. Remember how we were talking about a new vortex in Mizero Coast? Aro has been spotted around there every couple of days. And you didn't know, did ya? The two of you last parted ways over at Atogon, right? Figured she'd have met up with you once she was feeling better, but for whatever reason, she's decided to strike out on her own. Yaha. You must have had a big falling out. Nope. Bah, it's probably nothing. Kids her age can be that way. Well, best for me not to get in the middle. Now that you know where she's been spotted, you'd best head there too. No one Tenzin. He's probably in a tizzy and gone to Mizero Coast already. Truth be told, I can't imagine what it would be like to die once, let alone over and over. Youth is always so brash. Hopefully the three of you can overcome the trials that are to come. Alright, so it sounds like the Mizero Coast is our next destination. Alright, before we move forward though, we want to talk to the curio vendor, see what kind of food he has. I'm looking for either beef stew pot, zaru soba, or spicy crackers. Here it is. Here they all are at the very bottom. So I need either one of these or 30 of these, which is the cheapest. But I'm gonna start with I'm just gonna get a beef stew pot. So now we are going to head to the Mizero Coast. Here we are, right at the crystal in the Mizero Coast. There's the new undulating confluence. But we're not looking for that right now. First, we're looking for a question mark spot. That must be it there. Yeah, this is it. This spot next to the undulating confluence. Master, good to see you again. It is. Seeing you well does my heart good. Be not concerned for my health. I have made a bit of a recovery. I must let you know that I chanced upon Siren once more. She told me something that perhaps you already know. Your presence here brings naught but chaos to this world. She also curiously explained that this was the case for herself as well. But her situation is a trifle different, for her incarnation already exists in this time. If the two were to join, a small semblance of order would return, perhaps causing one of the rifts to close. And compared to that, my existence is an affront to all nature. Oof, I did not mean to trouble you so. Master, your orb has been blessed with even more power than before, has it not? What a comforting glow. I have heard of such a phenomenon, but to witness it up close, I am deeply moved by all you have accomplished to get this far. Many and more have supported you in your adventures throughout Vanadil. This time, I can sense the presence of another who featured prominently in tales of your adventures, Lillicet. And you have been assaulted by the ambassador once more. You bested him? Master, your strength is boundless. But he got away, and we are no closer to the truth than we were before. And there were others following in his stead. Please, share with me the story from the very beginning, and spare no detail. He was wielding Excalibur, but how? But only one of those exists in the world. How could he possibly? Unless... Why would he single you out for assault? Master, I require further training at once. Will you show me all I need to know? You've been caught off guard. You've caught me off guard. I need a minute to think. You've caught me off guard. Of course, I understand your hesitation. I shall wait for you to come to a decision. Alright, I think they just gave you those options so that you could come out here and think, but I think we're pretty much ready to make a decision, if we can. Master, have you settled on which type of training I am to undergo? I want strength training. I confess that I am lacking definition in my arms and legs. I quite understand why you desire me to put on some healthy weight, but shall respect your decision. And you would like to bring me a small gift to boost my spirits? Your generous soul sparkles throughout the ages. Whilst undergoing training, my mother oft opined about the benefits of beef stew pots and their effect on muscle growth. One beef stew pot would be more than sufficient to see me reach my goal. So I guess we just trade the item. There's the beef stew pot. Let's see what happens. Master, this is wonderful. I anxiously await learning under your steady hand and unyielding gaze. I pledge to give it my all, using all means available to me. That was invigorating. But it does put a strain on the stomach. Master, let us share a rice ball. There was something on your chin. Forgive me. I reverted to my old ways before we met. It is a curse from my mother's upbringing. She always said that healthy eating was the key to lustrous black hair. And when we first met, you complimented how well it matched my features. Of course, that is not something I could hope for you to remember. But I was young then, and each day seemed a year long. Yet your praise has stuck with me ever since. Thanks to your kind words, I have taken care of it as my pride and joy. It really is quite stunning. You really value it, don't you? And your mother? Whatever. Even in this time, you already know how to make me blush. This reminds me. The ambassador told you he wishes to change the future, did he not? Why would he need to muster the forces of darkness to do so? I cannot make heads or tails of it. He wants the future to be enshrouded. He wants the future to be pitch black. He wants darkness to come faster. I haven't the foggiest. Neither do I. Master, the time has come for you to clash with the ambassador. As you are eminently aware, I am able to return to this world owing to the blessing of Phoenix, and that power alone. Yet, such an act is wholly forbidden. And there are limits to even that which as grand a power as Phoenix can achieve. Phoenix grows ever weaker each time I am brought back to life. It is selfless of me to use it endlessly, for in reality, it is something you are supposed to rely on when faced with oblivion. You are concerned with how I feel after being revived countless times? Any pain I may feel is a tiny prick compared to what I have suffered in my future. When I think back to how alone I was before coming here, my heart feels like it will burst. And deep inside, I am one weak person adrift upon the sea. Further, I arrived in a time a bit earlier than I had intended. Despite this, despite all my failings, Phoenix has seen fit to rescue me time and again. I am but a stain on all I hold dear. That's why I must be there in the final conflict against the ambassador. And if I should falter due to my own unpreparedness, then it shall be no one's fault but my own. I refuse to be a burden any longer. You have striven so hard to fill the orb I gave you with light, and I know you will be prepared for the final struggle. Can't do it alone. Stay level-headed. We can succeed with Altana's help. The goddess Altana? The goddess Altana. I had not expected such a divine proposal. You do not have to display such concern for me. After all, my presence here only serves as an affront to nature. Yet, there is a certain logic. Perhaps she would be able to provide us with the guidance we so desperately seek. If any would know how to meet with Altana, it would be the ancients. You have a most queer look on your face, Master. On several occasions you told me about your encounters with them. Or perhaps, will tell me, would be a better phrase. Stories about Kamlanot and Eldenarsh. Those who ruled over Juno were a different race than any of us. Their status as the grand ancestors of this world may provide us with clues. But I know. Those two have passed on. No, I speak of asking advice of the Kulu. But we cannot simply drop in without making the proper preparations. We should seek advice from our allies in Norg. Yar, Aroha's already given me the skinny. So you're off to meet the ancients, Then what I'm bound to tell ya is the same as before. You gotta go to the Temple of Ugalapi. Ain't too far, and if you've been there once, then it shouldn't be a problem to make the trek again. Sir Gilgamesh, I fear we know little and less about the temple of which you speak. It's a bit to the east, beyond Utunga Jungle, deep in the innermost recesses of Yator Jungle. Surely you'll want a few of my best men to go with you. Shouldn't do having you get lost. That would be a boon. Master, let us rendezvous at the temple. I relish the opportunity to meet with a Kulu. Temple of Ugalapi is where we're going to be heading next. There's one quick place I want to just go quickly before we go there, though. I'm just going to quickly activate my Liliset 2 cipher. Alright, so now we have Liliset and Liliset 2 trust. So now we'll go to the Temple of Ugalapi. Lord Oko, hold! We shall accompany you. The air is as frigid as ice, and I fear we are not alone. Then I shall go ahead and cleave a path for us. Lady Aroha, stay where you are. Advancing alone is pure folly. Alright, so here we are at the Temple of Ugalapi. So we need to get to J7, which is right over this side. So I'll just meet you when we get right over this. Here we are. We're gonna click on this granite door here. Yikes, that scared me. Wonder if I should have my trusts with me. Now I'm kind of lost. This is not on the map either. Oh boy. God, we're totally off the map. Let's just see here. Alright, so we're at the Yator jungle. I think we're in the right spot. And I think we want to go this way. Alright, so now we want to go to another granite door at J6. What map are we on now? Now we're over here, okay. So at least it's different. J6. That's way up here is where we're going. I don't know if we've ever been here. Of this part of the temple. I bet... let's just see what happens. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back in and then get my trusts. I'll say, okay, so we're just sneaking our way through the temple here now. Yeah, and we should be getting close. So J6. We're gonna be looking for another granite door. Yeah, this way and to the left, I think. So here we are. Never did I expect such bustle and commotion in such forgotten ruins as these. By all that is holy, what manner of spirit is this? You are one of the forgotten races? Well, thou certainly dost bring a most curious conundrum, a future wrapped in pure darkness. And we desire the Kulu to share with us a method to meet with Altana. Then thou must travel to a place that holds a grand crystal and traverse the boundaries connecting this realm to hers. Alas, only the dead are able to cross into the realm of spirits. Though perhaps the terrestrial avatars, blessed as they are by the crystals, can provide an alternative method. Ah, yes. Perhaps it hath something to do with these strange feelings I have. Feelings? What kind of feelings? Surely this cometh as a surprise to thee, but by all rights I am already dead, yet have not returned to the crystal as I should. I can still feel the yearning calling to me from beyond. Yes, way up in the sky, where one of my Kulu brothers weaveth incantations most grand. Up in the sky? You refer to Altair? Yet, unlike me, he does not remain in this world for want of something to hold on to, and his name is Celtius. Sir Celtius? Yes, it is all coming together. Thou art familiar with him? Then mayhap I can skip the long-winded explanation. Yet, one question remains. How canst thou meet him? I must reiterate that thou must first cross over via the crystal, and to do that requires one to guide thee. I am at a loss. The three of ye have faith in Altana, do ye not? I do. Of course, Master, and I both believe in Altana. As do I. Phoenix has shown me the light, and continues to do so. Then I shall be but a small task for thee to visit the crystal. Then it shall be but a small task for thee to visit the crystal. Deep beneath the earth slumbers 5 stones, each of which containeth an inordinate amount of power. 3 are located beneath the spires of Hola, Dem, and Maya. I have laid my own eyes upon the objects of which you speak. I alighted upon one when I first descended from the future. Then that only serveth to prove that thy bonds with the goddess are taut and firm. Perhaps they shall resonate with the crystals and provide the answers thou seeketh. Lady Graviton, your guidance is greatly appreciated. I have shared with thee all I am privy to. The rest is for thee and thy companions to decide. Yet I cannot say what to expect, even shouldst thou succeed. Ensure that thou remainest prepared for any eventuality. Here we are at the Crag Ahola, and I believe the Shattered Telepoint is always sort of counterclockwise. There we are, the Shattered Telepoint. Master, what is this place? By the sprites. The whispers of the goddess come to me. No, it is something from far in the future. Oko. Is that Oko's voice I hear? I am Celtius, a man who was to remain in Altair. Thus, I must ask, are you a dream, a vision? The threads of time are becoming more tangled with each passing day. The future is interfering with the past. Would that time were the only victim. Nature, magic, spirit, all are converging into an increasingly inextricable knot. Diablos, is this dream you're doing? Nay, the catalyst is Oko. But lest you be mistaken, this is not the Oko whom you know. It is one from a time beyond 884. And as these threads begin to tangle, order is spiraling into chaos. He cometh from a future where the void hath enveloped all. The lot of you know not, unfathomable. The void disrupteth the very nature of things. It is not merely causing things to cease to be, but rather cease to have ever been. The power of the gods has started to. Atmos, your ramblings remain as incoherent as ever. Is there no one who can understand him? Starting in the year 884, the power of the spirit and avatars of Vanadil began to be absorbed by a mysterious force. But where are my manners, dear audience? Before you stands none other than Balamor. I could think of no stranger to be in our midst. Wherever there are forces of darkness, you can bet it'll be there. Brah! Light gathers with one, darkness gathers with one. Ah, that's my cue. The powers of light are slowly gathering in one direction, while those of darkness head elsewhere. Oh, how I do love a good riddle. Is this a sign of what is to come? Oko desires to meet Altana. Sirens' communions, the moon reading. But were the natural order of things to falter, all would come to naught. Then the situation demandeth that we act swiftly and decisively. Siren doth intend to challenge the ambassador head-on. Odin, are you certain? Yet her victory is far from a foregone conclusion. His power doth stand on even footing with our own. Will Siren fall under his thrall, or will she be utterly obliterated? In the end, the result doth not matter. Oko will lose the protection of the goddess, and Altair demise will be all but engraved in stone. And Altair's demise will be all but engraved in stone. What's that? You're gathering here together? Makes my life much easier. Thou art the ambassador. Then this dream is his? Such darkness is fated to. Adamos, do you mean to say that his presence in this time is an unavoidable destiny?
This is quite the fun game going on here. Did you see the looks on their faces? Ah, now I understand the mortal desire to pay good coin for such spectacles. I wonder what our little friend has to say about all this.
You can't. What if he does something terrible?
Oh, Celtius. Surely you know there's no danger in any of this.
The ambassador, that mask. Until my next performance, friends. Master. Ugh. Never have I witnessed such a vivid vision. There were rice balls everywhere, dividing and multiplying. All around me was a sea of compacted rice, ever growing and all-consuming. Lord Oko, what sort of experience did you have? Story about Siren. I saw Celtias, a bunch of spirits. Eleanor was laughing. I saw Celtias. This leaves us with more questions than answers. Despite your meeting with Celtias, the ambassador got in the way and sowed yet more seeds of confusion. Does he truly mean to call forth an endless void? And ominous premonitions aside, we are no closer to meeting Altana than we were before. You think the answer may lie somewhere with Siren? I cannot fathom why, but perhaps there is some merit to it. We are running out of places to turn. Though, upon further thought, if she intends to clash with the ambassador, then she may know something we do not. I propose that we first return to Norig to gather our thoughts. Aroha, we shall meet you there. The ambassador, I must stop him. Oko, why the dour look? Everyone's looking to you for guidance, so keep your chin up. Yo, Zaid. He isn't the only one. My head's been swimming with worry these past few days. It's about Esha, isn't it? I had one of my more trustworthy friends see what he could find. The mystery grows deeper by the day. As he spent more days within Esha, he began to speak in tongues and happen upon knowledge that no one should have. It spooked the lot of us. And speak of the devil, Atori Totori, how fares your search? You asked me to go to Esha, Ruan, and that's exactly what I did. Odd place, that one. The Pastoru and the future are all garbled. I think I get it. It's a place where time doesn't exist. What do you mean, doesn't exist? Our little friend Siren was going on about it. We can only hope that no more of those vortexes pop up. Hopefully Siren can figure out something. Have you sought her out? Nay, but she's off to fight the ambassador, so hopefully she'll give him his comeuppance. This kooky samurai guy was ranting on and on about seeing Siren in Mizro Coast. That's more than just a passing oddity-waddity. 2 of these biddies. 2 biddies? Aho, perhaps biddies is too harsh of a term for one of such feminine wiles? That's not quite what I was getting at. But if there are 2, wouldn't it stand to reason that it's another anomaly caused by the darkness? Who knows? It's possible my eyes were playing tricks on me. Anything's possible given that we know of Esha so far. And speaking of Esha, we can head there again from that new vortex. Esha, Ruan? I've heard tell that another masked individual has been coming and going from there. You know how Tenzin and Iroha are. They hear about something remotely dangerous and run off to fight it faster than a chocobo chasing Giselgreens. And knowing you, Oko, you'll be right on their heels. Just promise you'll come back if things get out of hand. I gotta agree with the man. Doesn't take a seer to read the ill omens there. Whole damn place is as silent as death itself. All the more reason for hero weirdos like me to save what needs saving. Now that he's gone, Gilgamesh, just who is he? Just a man with special connections to the Tenshoto. Might be a bit plump round the stomach, but ain't an adventurer in the world who hasn't or isn't gonna cross paths with him. If you say we can trust him, then I've no cause to doubt. Let's head for Esha Ruan. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do, and I think the entrance to that is right by, in the Mizero Coast, where we just were just a little while ago. Ah, Lord Oko. What impeccable timing. According to Kagero, Lady Iroha is on the verge of making a decision. Whenever a woman from the Far East comes to a life-altering fork in the road, she undergoes a purification ritual. I have witnessed Lady Iroha undergoing such a ritual. She is prone to wear her heart on her sleeve, so her intentions are more than clear. She is so single-mindedly concerned with not being a burden that she intends to lend her blade to Siren's struggle against the ambassador. And so she went in the vortex to Esha before we could stop her. We must follow with all due haste. Siren, where is Lady Iroha? Ah, yes, the cute one. I sense you have a special bond with her. Then, heed well my words. When I was under the ambassador's thrall, I opened up many spatial rifts, though it pains me to admit it. One such rift is the location which unfolds before you now. Ruan is said to be a place close to the gods, so it is of no wonder he wishes to strike here. A cloud of nothingness descending from a different dimension created this land, devoid of all time and color. It passed through the crystal, devouring all in its wake. Yet, what did Altana do to stop it? Nothing. She was eminently aware of the truth. This is the destiny that Vana'diel is fated to face. The tide can no longer be stemmed. Altana is alone, having lost her counterpart, and is wholly powerless. We do not intend to fold, even if Altana cannot help us. All we need is light to guide us, no matter how dim that may be. Ah, such words encourage me to entrust what I can to you. Siren, your understanding of compassion are beyond compare. All the Prime Avatars can understand our words and thoughts, and will not deny us our due. I shall show you how to meet Altana, but to do so, you must first banish the emptiness surrounding Raizenjima. And the only one who can aid you in that task is Celtius. I shall grant you the ability to traverse the mists to where Celtius resides. To think you would do such a thing for us. Never forget your charge. Even should Iroha and I fade from this world. Fade? Why fade? Haha. Your friend had bid me by some time, yet I fear that I cannot hold out any longer. Go. Will you leave? What? Sure, I'll leave. That which wishes to defile the cycle of nature is using us to try to extinguish itself. Pray it succeeds. Lord Oko, it matters not what Siren says. We cannot turn back now. What we seek lies further within. We do have a map of this, so we want to go to H10. So are we near that now? Yes, looks like we are. Yes. We're basically right where we need to be. Let's go a little bit north because we're still in H11. Yeah, I want to go up here and then up this way, I think. This might be it here. Yep, question marks. So let's check this out. Where one may falter, two can succeed. Siren Prime. May my words ring clear and true. I pledge myself to ending this threat. I am a being of the future and do not belong in this world. Nor does the ambassador. May your forces intertwine and banish the two of us who are not supposed to be here. 2? Nay, there are 3. When this communion has been undertaken, the fate of this age will lie in the hands of those who call it home. Phoenix, when I am gone, scatter my essence to the skies, that I might soar with you. A communion is a pact with nature, a declaration of how one feels things ought to be. Open your heart and let your emotions ride free. As if your life depends on it. Obey the order of nature and cast away the chaos. Those who have entrusted themselves to death shall find their release. Those who have descended from the future, begone! Master, our time is at an end. Ugh, why? Why must you try and stop me? Lady Aroha, you throw your life away without purpose. It is a gift to be cherished, not squandered. Sir Tenzin, Master, I am not the one who fails to comprehend the meaning of my life. None of you could possibly grasp the horror of the future I have seen, the future I have lived. I refuse to be riddled with guilt, knowing that I could have done more to stop the evil from coming to pass. If I must be sacrificed, that the world may be cleansed, then that is my sacred duty. Lady Aroha, none know your struggle more than I. I, too, have pledged myself to give up my life when the time comes, but I do so only to protect my master. What of Sir Oko, if you truly call him master? Then throwing away your life here would be akin to stomping over the bonds you two share. I cannot fathom an end more revolting. Aroha, perhaps she is correct. You are here in the year 884 and have already formed strong bonds with those around you. If any can overcome the natural order, it is Altana herself, and she has infused you with a bit of her grace. Oko, Tenzin, Kagero, We have done all we can. The rest is up to you. Our ethereal chains may yet contain him, but the binds are about to snap. Act quickly. Oh, not so fast, my friends. Who? I'm going to take our little ambassador friend on a tour of my embassy. Do you want him back, Oko? How can we go about doing that? Who cares? I don't think you'd enjoy playing with him anyway. Ta-da! Ta-ta for now. Well, what just happened? Lord Oko, you knew your name. Why would you be acquainted with so foul a creature? The dream with Celtieuse, he was there. Lady Aroha. The two of us shall take Aroha somewhere where she can recuperate. Here, you will have need of this. This is a siren's plume bestowed upon us by Siren. Meet with Celtieuse in our stead. Please. We got the Siren's Plume and Rhapsody of Emerald. And the Rhapsody of Emerald gives us a 30% bonus to experience limit points gained from here on. So that's really good. And also a whole bunch of new things will be sold at the Curio Moogle vendor in the ports. So we're going to equip a different ring now. This time we'll do the Ring of Dem. And we got to go to a shattered telepoint again. So we'll go to this crag. Alright, so here's the Shatter Telepoint here at the Crag of Dem. The resonance between the Siren's Plume The celestial capital of Altair welcomes you. Would that it would do so with open arms, but the vortex slowly eats away at my home. The capital is not the only thing to succumb. I, too, feel my energy beginning to fade. No, you needn't offer me any explanation. I have already heard that Siren's benevolence has guided you here. You and Aroha have sought guidance from companions all throughout Vanadil in order to stop the encroaching darkness. In Aroha's future was an event called the Reckoning, in which you made a decision that rang throughout the land. As a result, Aroha was left alone, confined to Risenjima, a future in which Aroha was the only child of Altana left in Vanadil. And so you wish to beseech Altana herself for guidance, for any hint on how this bleak future can be altered. Altair is oft referred to as the Celestial Capital because it has a stronger connection with Altana than anywhere on the ground below. And I am able to commune with the terrestrial avatars and pass through the veil separating this world from the next via the crystal, yet even I do not possess the means to reach Altana herself. Even the most powerful forces in the lands, forces that can create whole worlds, cannot approach her. Not even Odin. No, such a feat requires more than anyone could hope to muster. A power so great, it could make the 5 crystals whole once more. Yet did the future Siren not mention that a key may yet lie in Risenjima? I find no cause to doubt her, particularly in light of what I have discovered. What if we could create a crystal that could banish the emptiness? Oko, you have traversed the cavernous maws, so I need not remind you that you have visited worlds other than our own. These worlds exist in parallel, and each has its own past, present, and future. Countless years have I spent ensuring balance between these worlds, that they never interfere with each other. From each I have drawn but a small fraction of crystal energy, and have accumulated enough light to create another towering mother crystal for Vanadil. Inquire about what? Drawing crystal energy, accumulating light. It is precisely as I've said. I have undertaken this plan since long before Aroha arrived here in this era. This plan is to create a new crystal in Reisenjima, the Holy Land of the Far East, and create a safe haven from the darkness. A plan, I add, that requires an inordinate amount of time to bring to fruition. Aroha's presence or absence makes no difference. The result would be the same. Oko, if what I said overlaps with anything Siren told you, then you may have just found another piece of the puzzle. But what this reckoning that Aroha speaks of is, I know not. You are the warrior of the crystal, and are destined to become the warrior of light. You will coalesce thousands of points of light into a single shining star, your radiance casting out of the darkness, and you will become more than a mere warrior. Master, all the grand adventures you have embarked on led you here. You have guided us all to the final struggle against an unthinkable future. Vanquish the darkness that lies within you. Even in the most trying of times, there is one virtue that humanity does not abandon: hope. It is your calling to keep that hope alive. Aroha is the only one who can aid you in making your final decision. And there is one more thing. I would have you aid me should you feel that my plan is the proper course of action. All I have worked to collect these many years is slowly being absorbed into the world known as Tartarus. One born of that land has caught wind of my plan and seeks to undermine it. Seek out the one whose dominion over magic is absolute. Please, I beg you. Now that we have that cutscene done, we want to return to Norg. Yo, Oko, guess who made it? Gilgamesh filled me in on what happened after the whole Aroha and Juno thing. Going over every last detail would have killed my voice, but I made sure to cover the important parts. And I gotta admit, she did a great job of watching over Aroha. Aroha's a real trooper. You gotta admire her spunk. Ah, Lord Oko, good to see you looking well. I trust that you successfully met with Celtius. A new crystal to be born in Reisenjima? Finally, a light to pierce the clouds. Well, Tenzin, you'll still be needing to pack a wallop, won't you? Sure, you might have stopped the emptiness, but there's still a bit more darkness to smack around. Long had I thought that it would be years before things returned to normal. But Celtius's crystal is a grand step in a positive direction. But, Sir Tenzin, something still vexes me. If I remember correctly, the crystal does not appear now, but rather several years hence. If the crystal were to manifest now, then the future will be irrevocably altered. But is that not exactly what we desire? So the crystal appears a few years earlier. What's the big deal? Perhaps. Yet even though the crystal is there in my time, the all-encroaching darkness still claims victory. The crystal alone is not enough to save us. No matter how much we bash our heads against the problem, we can't find a good solution. I'll be damned if we aren't overlooking something. What is causing the emptiness? Lady Prish, please continue to hunt for clues. Of course I will. Master, please proffer your opinion on Celtius' crystal plan. I think earlier is fine. We should be careful. I'll do anything to meet Altana. Let's be careful. If it means solving the problems in the Far East, then I'm all for it. And it's good for business, too. So let's summarize. You and Aroha are opposed to Celtius' plan, Opposed may be too strong a word. I would simply implore us to proceed with utmost caution. I believe we can trust Siren when she says that the crystal in the Far East was intimately connected with this problem. We must banish the emptiness surrounding Reisenjima to have any hope of meeting Altana. That must be the reason why Siren gave us the Siren's Plume, and the orb I entrusted to Master remains pivotal. It is a priceless artifact of Reisenjima Sanctorium that ties the bearer with the Mother Crystal. None are lost when they follow its guidance. We should not brashly rush into an uncertain decision, but instead wait for a sign. Well, Oko, if you agree, then we've got to take a different approach. Namely, finding out more about the beastie what's stealing the crystal's power. And if Celtius wants you to find someone with an absolute dominion over magic, then there's only one person I can think of. That old witch, Shantoto. I'm not sure if bringing Aroha along's the best idea. Why would that be? If she found out you were from the future, she'd poke, prod, and quite possibly vivisect you. Lord Oko, we have our next destination, Windurst Walls. Bring me a present. Could it be that the one trying to steal the crystal's energy is not the ambassador, but... Alright, so let's go see Shantoto at the Windurst Walls. Oh, yeah, so here we are. So here's Shantoto's place. Alright, so what does she has to say? Ah, another adventurer comes to invade my domain. Please stand over there and stop playing dumb games. For your sake, I hope you aren't such a bore. I'm getting quite tired of cleaning blood off the floor. You have a girl from the future that has come to the past. I've seen this play out before, trust me, it won't last. Please, I beg of you to calm down. Ah, Dr. Shantoto, your laboratory smells quite lovely. Why, that would be the Splendorino aroma from this jar. It's been 14 years since I combined a splendid widdly-wended blend of herbs and spices, all sealed tight in this jar, until right now, when... Hush, hush. The recipe is supposed to be secretive-y. The two of you can sit here and argue for hours. But there are those in duress who have need of our powers. Though your orb is quite fascinating and has me perplexed, and your friend from the east I would love to dissect. There are more pressing matters to which we must attend, the issue of Celtius, to whose will the crystal shall bend. The world of yours, Tartarus, it has me intrigued. Please, Shantoto, help us. I can hear you plead. Now, wait just a minute. Why haven't I heard of thee of this Tartarus? Dear Yoran Orin, of course I know of this world. They want to know more, with details unfurled. How do you know of it? Vanadil is in but one of countless dimensions, though blessed by Altana I must dutifully mention. Up until now I couldn't prove its existence, but help them I shall, if they need my assistance. The name by itself is a cause for alarm, and doubtless there are monsters who wish to cause harm. Diddly-doo, the universe is such a big place. Koromoro, you act as if you're wholly disconnected, but how soon you forget the monstrosity you've erected. You're always involved in some monkey business, and to a more sorry sight I've never borne witness. What did you do this time? I made a one diddly underful contraption, or so I had thought, turned into one of my biggest mistakes in recent memory. The world is full of all manner of terrible creatures, and I weep for a land that never knows peace. You know what I mean? You're an adventurino. But the forces of light and dark must always be in balance, and one never wins out for very long. So, if some diddly darkness appears somewhere, then there must be some way to seek-a-reno it out. And you want to use that thingathy of yours to find the evil you're on the lookout for? Just think diddly ink about it. What hero wouldn't want to get their hands on something that could seek out evil before it strikes? Though I had intended to use it to root out cheating student-arinos, but it did the strange diddly-angus thing when I brought it to life. It pointed in a really weird direction. And so, when he brought it to me with a look of concern, I found what you call Tartarus, and much did I learn. Thus I present to you without further ado his deranged contraption with purpose anew. The very thought of this is enough to give pause, but I think it can help you, with all of its flaws. I agree with thee. If it points to large upswells of magicathy, that might help you find where the energy of the crystals is being drained to. And if the crystals were to fade at thee, well, I hardly need spell out what that means. Though since Koromoro made it, I'd be remiss to assume that it will work without failure and not spell your doom. And if such a thing happens, I shall not feign surprise, for it wouldn't be the first time he caused someone's demise. Dr. Shantoto, please. Wait. It's pointing a Reno toward Miserable Coast. Ah, but of course, it only makes sense. There's a vortex over there. How could I be so dense? There's been warnings of thee about Esha all through the three nations. I'd be extra careful. So, haul diddly doll tale. Alright, we obtained a key item, Most Curious Curio. Not sure what that does. I don't know. Let's find out. Looks like it's just a key item to initiate the next scene. Alright, which is going to be in... yeah, we need to go back to that vertical confluence now in Miserable Coast. So I'll meet you guys there. The closest spot to that is the crystal, so it'll be super quick to get there. Well, if this isn't something else. Hey, Naji, get a load of this. I've seen some stuff in my time, but it's wholly unnatural. Don't get in over your head, my little adventurer buddy. We haven't quite finished up our survey of it. But one thing's fully clear. The longer you stay in this Esha place, the more your spirit slips away. As if that's not bad enough, you also lose all sense of time. That's why we make sure to keep someone posted at the entrance. The chief is convinced that this is because the power of the crystals is being drained. The only reason magic can be used inside is that the energies of Miserable Coast are seeping in too. You couldn't pay me enough to jump into the vortex over there. Vortex? Have you got a better word for it? It sucks up the energy and swirls round and round. If that's not a vortex, then I don't know what is. You going in? Sure. Suppose we can't stop you, but don't go getting yourself killed. So here we are once again. So here's Dremy. Yeah, there's a little question mark spot here. Clump of Eshin droplets. So I picked that up right away. What does Dremmy do? Unreal, isn't it? You ever seen anything quite like this place? The name's Dremmy. Yours? Oko, eh? Heh. I'll have to remember that one. I'm here on behalf of the Tenshodo. My job here is to brief adventurers like you on the latest details in the area, and of course, do some business while I'm at it. I've got some items here you can't get anywhere else, items you'll need if you want to survive in this place. And all it takes is a bit of silt, and I'm sure you and I will get along fine. Alright, whatever. I don't think we're going to buy anything from her right now. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get to the Eshin portal number 15. So, where is that, huh? Yikes. Well, let me just take a little look at a map. It looks like portal 15 is the one that's right on the southernmost island. How do I get there? Is it through this one? Let me just take a little look here. Yeah, I think so. I think this will take us to it. Light begins to shimmer and twist as you pass your hand over it. Your pinches of Esha silt trigger a faint reaction to the light, granting a small glimpse of what lies beyond. Esha Portal 2. No, that's not what we want. No, not that one. How am I gonna get there, huh? Okay, so it looks like I'm just looking at the encyclopedia. So what we have to do is basically go all the way around. I think is what they're telling us. We have to literally go all the way around, I think, to every crystal just to be able to get to this one, I think. Anyway, that's what we're going to try to do right now. And we have to find those Esha droplets on each level. But let's just do this and just see where it goes. I think that our trusts can probably come with us, and there are high-level monsters roaming around. So I think I'm going to have to bring in, some help. So that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know how much I'm going to show, but basically we're just going to be going around in a circle. Alright, so we want to go... First, we got to make sure we get those clumps of droplets. Yeah, there we are. So now we just got to find the portal. Oh, I guess we just have to go back. There's only one portal on each floor. Should I fight one of these? Nah. We fought them before. Here's more droplets. I'm using the guide on the encyclopedia. It's pretty clear. Hopefully we can get through these quickly. So there's that item. There's a big monster up there, it looks like, huh? I'm not going to fight that, though, right now. Let's try and get through this. Alright, so that completes Portal 4. Now we're moving on to 5. There's 15 in total. I gotta get... Right, and this one's pretty easy. It's just right back here. So this one is up the first set of stairs and behind the second set of stairs, it says. Should be back here. Yeah, that must be it. Alright. Well, we aggroed it, so let's see what happens here. This is an Eshin Yavra. Seems to have a lot of hit points. Darn it. Forget it. Oh, it charmed us. Let's see if I wonder if it's gonna go away after, like it does in. I guess we'll see what happens here. Yes, leave me alone. Oh shoot! See if I can get out of here. See if I can transport away safely. It's getting me pretty good. Oh, we didn't get it. I almost had it, I think. Well, I guess we're dead. Darn it. That's disappointing. Alright, we'll have to be more careful. But anyway, that's basically the process. We got halfway. We got to level 7. We need to get to 15, though. Darn it. Okay, well, we'll try again. Okay, so we're back where we left off. I don't see the creature here anymore. I guess it kind of comes and goes. Oh, there it is over there. So we'll keep an eye out for it. And I brought prism powders and silent oils. Where is it? I want to make sure yeah, okay, good. We're far away from it. And these ones don't aggro. Alright, there it is. Alright, so we're further than we've been. Another easy one that's just at the end here, where we had our Archangel fight long ago, many months ago in real life. This was part of the Chains of Promethea expansion, I think, wasn't it? I think so. It might have been Rise of the Xylars. Can't quite remember now. Alright, so here we go. We're off to 9. Getting close. We need to get to 15. That's the goal. 15. So this is an area where we might need to use some enchantments. Let's put these on just to be sure. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, so we want to go up the stairs. Up both sets of stairs. 1. And 2. And then we want to go left. Alright, and we want to stay close to the water, it seems. Yeah, I see where we want to go. This little bridge here, there it is. I think we have to drop our invisibility to pick this up. Let's just see. Yeah, thought so. Alright, got the droplets. Let's head back. Just being extra cautious. I just bought an extra stack of the silent oils and prison batters just to be sure. So let's just use them so we don't have to do this all over again. It's worth it. For the guys in the top. So let me just read ahead here. I see one in the distance there, yeah. He's going right, I'll go left. I believe it's... on the other side of that bridge, I think, somewhere. Oh, I saw it. There it is. There it is. Keeping as much distance as I can. Yeah, I don't know if we were going to be able to kill that thing or not, but it seemed to have a lot of hit points. Here we go. That one's done. Going to 11. We're getting close. We're 2/3 of the way there. So here we got 11. This is another easy one where we just got to go to the end of the hall. And back. All the way to the end where we entered to have our fight with the Archangel. Don't remember which one though. Let's look at the map where we are. We're over there, yeah. Kind of going counterclockwise around. Alright, so that's an easy one. This time we're going to go up these stairs, both sets of stairs again, but we're going to go right this time instead of left. Let's see what we got here. So we go up and we go right. There's more stairs. Should be within distance here soon. Further in here. Should be seeing it. Oh, I think I just did. But these guys are in the way. Let's see here. I think we're okay, actually. Alright, we got it. And re-establish our invisibility. A small bridge. Yeah, and then go left. So it's right in the corner on this part. There might be another one of those big ones. There it is. That was an easy one. No threats here. And I think the next one's an easy one as well. It's another one of those hallway ones. We're pretty much done. I don't think there's anything more dangerous after this. So here we are on the 4th. This should be the 15th. Yep. We're right where we want to be. And the question mark thing should be close. Oh, there it is. Is it that one? I guess so. Right in the middle? Oh me, oh my. Why would you come here to bother me? Surely I am of no use to you now. We're looking for him. I, your masked friend. I tied him up on the other side of the vortex. You know, at first I thought he might have been a pretender, but he's really been quite useful. When I told him I sought astral forces, he up and created this lovely little swirly thing for me. Not that it didn't take a little convincing. You're the dread fiend, Bellamore. Oh, Celtius, what a grand pleasure it is. I've saved a seat in the front row just for you. But if you already know what my grand plan is, then you surely don't need a playbill. A bit ironic, wouldn't you say? Lest you forget, it was you who first stole energy from Tartarus. And so I'm taking back what's mine, and perhaps a little more, to create the most spectacular of stages. A stage? That's right, a world of my own making. Vanadil isn't the only world I've been to. This energy is a gift from the gods to make a god. I'm sick of reading parts that have been given to me by others, so I've decided to draft my own narrative. The authors of these worlds all have one thing in common. They conjure up lakes and rivers, fashion sentient beings, dictate laws by which all must abide, and then one day, up and abandon their creations. Let's just say I'm a bit disgusted at the chaos they've left in their wake. You don't need to have traveled to different worlds to know I'm right. Look at your Vanadil, emptiness, this all-consuming void that. It's halfway between a tragedy and a comedy of errors. This world isn't just a playground for the gods. This world isn't just a playground for the gods. And that's another contributing factor to how vague life is here. One man's justice is another man's evil. No, my world will be much simpler. When there is only one path, no one gets lost. He who seizes the power of the crystals has the right and provenance to rule. This fiend is beyond all reason. Oko, keep him busy. In the meantime, I'll seal off that conduit. We're basically ready for this battle. There he is. We don't go to a different battle arena. Let's fight him. So here's Bellamore. We got our party that I want, I guess. So that's what we got, whether I want it or not. Alright, so we got Liliset 2, Young Exenmal, Valanarol, Iron Eater, and of course a Puru for healing. So let's see how things go here with this. Yikes. Yikes, he's strong. Now hopefully our healing can keep up. Let's just see how we do here. Let's give ourselves some buffs. Seems to be a toughie. But we're doing alright. We're holding our own. So far, so good. Where's that Inter one? What is it? Intervene. Yeah, this one. That's a 1 hour one, so I want to make sure I do that. Come on, Apuru. Keep that healing going. Well, we got him more than halfway down, so doing so good. Doing pretty good, I mean. Maybe I'll do a weapon skill at 2000. Here we go. There, that did really well. Yep, I think we're okay. We can keep our healing up this last little bit. Yikes! Alright, we're good. Look at that strand of, like, sinew that's just attaching his middle and bottom part. Gross. Alright, we defeated Balamor. After the fight, we'll click this again. We'll get a cutscene. No, 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 no. You're all fools. You don't think of the past or the future, only the present. So with tit for tat, the first thing you turn to is the sword. And what does that mean? Look toward the future. Here I stand, poised to create a new world, while yours is going to fall into nothingness. Don't you think it's foolish to stop me? But let's verbally spar a while longer, With him at my side, I could have created a world from the void. If he joined with me, much like he did with Siren, we would have been able to live forever. But humanity is far too weak. Fool, you... What's that now? Speak up. The fool is you. Though our world may stumble and falter, I won't let you use it as your plaything. Urgh! Begone, vile demon! We did it. We protected the crystals. And now it is time for a new one. Oko, bring Aroha to Altayu. Alright, we got a cipher of Balamor's alter ego. Yeah, we can click over here. Yeah, and get more droplets. And then we can use that to get back to the beginning. I just wanted to complete the loop. Alright, but now we're going to head back to Norg, touch base there with everybody else, and let them know what's going on. Master, the butterflies in my stomach have calmed down knowing that you are all right. What a horrifying tale. So this Balamor was trying to create a world for him and him alone. And he was using the ambassador to do just that? I can't decide if he's a master or a moron. I have heard tales of such a specter in eastern Ulbuka. This may yet be another aspect of history I have changed by coming here. And now the important question, Oko. What of the ambassador? He may still be enchained. He might have gotten away. I don't know. The question is whether he still resides in the vortex, or if he managed to escape. Not knowing where he is poses quite the obstacle in proceeding. Well, I'd say this. If that Balamor guy's vortex disappeared, then I'd bet Gil to grapes that the ties binding him vanished too. Oh, the bright side. This may have brought us more time to light up that orb of yours. In any event, there's no need for the two of you to be brash. If Seltair's called you to Altair, then that's where you should probably be going. I concur. Master, let us head for the Mother Crystal. I shall meet you there. Alright, so we're once again going to be heading to one of the crags. So this time, I've equipped the Maya ring. So we'll head to the Crag of Maya. Ah, Master, excellent timing. Come, to the world of the gods. Is this the world of the gods? Not completely. Humanity is still permitted to traverse this section. That is why the two of you are able to maintain your corporeal forms. Sir Celtius, in the age I hail from, there is a large crystal in Risenjima Sanctorium. That would be the result of the very plan you are putting in action, would it not? Of that I am certain. Aroha, the time for the ritual is at hand. There is something I would ask first. I can recall bits and pieces of what my father and master used to tell me about this crystal. I stood barely knee-high to them and was unable to fully comprehend the gravity of the situation. Yet now I do. You are intending to become one with the crystal. I am. I will become the crystal itself. I feared as much. I could gather energy from countless crystals across aeons and aeons, yet even that would not be enough. Mother crystals are living, breathing things, much like we are. Magic is their blood, their very heartbeat. They are not simple shards of rock. I must become one with the crystal for this plan to come to fruition. 10,000 years ago, there was another who attempted a similar ritual in Talia. Yet he made a critical error in his haste, and expired before reaching his goal. However, in this time, in this place, I know I can succeed. Oko, my previous actions have caused you to pay a terrible price. It should have fallen to me to protect the Far East. Master, Sir Celtius, is this truly what you desire? It is, but my story does not end here. Though I will become part of the crystal, my mind and spirit shall remain whole. Could you not feel my presence when you offered up prayers at Risenjima Sanctorium? Yes, I did. And when you and Master spoke about the crystal, they were speaking to you. It is time. May light ever shine on the Far East, on the future. I had often cursed my luck at arriving in 884 rather than the time I had hoped, but bearing witness to this event fills me with reverence and awe. Should it be as the books foretold, the emptiness surrounding the Far East will begin to dissipate, starting with Risenjima. Master, when my father entreated you to come to the Far East, you vanquished all manner of malicious spirits and demons, won the hearts of the people, and worked to reconstruct my land. And when I came into the world, you stayed with me on Risenjima. Though I was never the best pupil, you led me on the path of the warrior and tempered my often willing spirit. Today, I at last know why those several years were so valuable to me. And once those years pass, I will be given form. I am Oko. I am the future you. You created me, a stronger you, that we might claim victory against the darkness. I was born. No! I had held out hope that this would not. Please, awaken me from this nightmare. If you truly are what Master is to become, then you must work with us, not against us. Cast down your weapon and return. The Reckoning. The Reckoning! Then we received a cipher of Celtius's alter ego. But we're going to move forward here. There's this transcendent radiance here. I got to make sure that we're... Yeah, we're going to enter a battlefield. So let's click on this. Both paths taken. And our siren's plume turned into a motionless plume. Alright, so trust. So let's go with our usual trusts lately. XML. Little set 2. Mineral. We got Aroha with us here on this one, but I don't think we have to keep her alive for this one. I think we're okay. So this is an amazing battlefield, huh? So this disjoined one. Let's see what happens here. See what kind of tricks he has up his sleeve. I guess I'll do more of my buffs while we're just waiting around. Warcry. Rampart. Filthy. Palisade. Sentinel. So after this spell, I'll check on Aroha. I don't think we need to worry about her, but let's just see. Oh, she's got lots of hit points. Yep, so we're doing good. So let's just spend some time, build some TP. We got lots of buffs on us. What's that one on the bottom there? Brava. You are gradually recovering hit points. Ooh. Alright, well we got 2,000 TP, so let's do a weapon skill. Like he's doing similar things that we do, but... Anyway, he's almost gone. Disjoined one. Stab him in the back. Yeah, he wasn't hard at all. Master, the future needs you. I need you. Please don't. Please don't go. The clarion call of the crystal fills your soul. The hands of the clock turn back, only to stride forward once more, to think we were to meet in a place beyond time. Meet Altana. Only one thing left to do, and that's now let's go back to Norg once again and touch base with everybody at Norg for the last thing that we're going to do in this episode. Alright, so here we are in Norg once again, so let's tell everybody what's going on. Oko? Oko! I knew it'd take more than that to keep my old pal down. You do remember what happened, right? Or and I'll tell you, you crossed swords with the ambassador, and he left you nothing but a corpse. Or so I heard. Not like I was actually there to see the whole thing. Vanadil is a strange place. Aroha came to me in my dreams and told me what happened. She tried to call upon Phoenix's power, so that you'd return to us. She said your body started to disappear into the void. At first I thought it was a bunch of malarkey. But holy mackerel, if you ain't standing here before us right now, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I understand the feeling. But I says to myself, Gilgamesh, ain't no way he gonna kick the bucket like that. So I went out and searched for ya. That's why I up and sent ya that letter, Nashmira. It came as such a shock, but I pulled some strings and had Ojvang shoo people away with vague excuses so that I could rush over here. And I'm so glad I did. Let me tell you, no one's happier than me. One of us has gotta up and tell Aroha. Where'd she go, anyway? I wish that I knew. In my dream, she was in front of the crystal, surrounded by this strange glow. The only conclusion we can come to is that it's not something to do with Risenjima. But with all the emptiness in the eastern seas, there's no way we can get there. I got Zaid and the Tenshodo making inquiries, seeing if Aroha might be somewhere on the other continents. Oh, don't look so glum. Now that you're with us, the future's brighter than ever. You really think so, Pops? There's nothing we can't do if we work together. Oko, make sure to come scurrying back if you hear anything. Oko, make sure you come scurrying back if you hear anything. Alright, and with that, we get the Rhapsody in Mauve, which is a great increasement in our power. Basically what that does, that gives us a 30% bonus to experience and limit points, 30% bonus to Unity accolade gains. It does a bunch of things in certain things like Voidwatch and Legion, Limbus. We're not really interested in those right now, or Campaign. But Abyssia, it is a huge benefit for Abyssia because the following key items will always change color, including the clear Dimaloon Abysite and the colorful Dimaloon Abysite. So no more wasting time. Now all we have to do is go in and we can fight 3 monsters to get the colored one done. It'll make farming in Abyssia much faster. Yeah. And it increases the amount of time that may be spent in Abyssia per Traverser Stone from to 60 minutes, which is double. I think each one was 30 minutes before, right? So we can eventually spend now, gosh, like the maximum 3.5 hours in Abyssia, basically whenever we want. That's basically it for now. There's one more thing I want to do before... Well, here, first let's do this. There was a few more Records of Eminence I want to get before we move forward. There was, here we are, missions, Rhapsody of Vana'diel. So we've pretty much finished... That's 2-6. Oh, we're getting all kinds of copper vouchers too. Those are very useful. Yeah, we're gonna need those for Christmas time. We haven't done this one yet. Yeah. So there we are. So we're up to chapter 13. There's one more thing I just want to quickly do. There should be a little something for us to do just back at home. I'll just warp there from the warp point here. Wow, look at all those copper vouchers we got. That was awesome. Yeah, 'cause we're saving those up right now for to spend at Christmas time. Alright, let's head back home. Despite betrayal by those I once called my own, I refuse to yield until humanity's blight is purged from this land. I now serve to bring darkness unending, an umbral shroud choking the life from Vana'diel. Simply opening the gate of the gods would bring the Xylart what they have been denied for over 10,000 years. The endless nightmare would be endless no longer. Have you ever paused to consider exactly whose nightmare it is? Those who have ceased to be? Those who walk Vana'diel as she stands today? Old gods? New? No. It is a nightmare of the crystals themselves. We were born in Vana'diel and exist only due to their endless bounty. And yet, our very presence here is an affront to her. We are the source of her nightmare. There is one secret to humanity's success, ambition, imagining a better future. It strives ever onward in search of it. Having seen the promised land, it rages and struggles each day to become more than it was meant to be. And it continues to claw its way forward, even if what it aspires to be does not truly exist. Its insatiable avarice defines it more than even it can possibly realize. But I am not a human such as you. I must be, an existence far beyond the most grandiose thought of such petty, grasping beings. For that is what life is, and those who cannot reach that pinnacle are fated to perish. Time is a cruel beast whose savageness cannot be sated. Every man, woman, and child feels its claws sinking into their backs, the talons digging ever deeper with each passing day. It marches on, unstoppable, immaterial, and unforgiving. And all any of us can do is watch it pass. I claimed ever greater power in pursuit of my goals until my time too ran out. All I wanted to do was protect my countrymen, my homeland. An alternate world with alternate fates and alternate existences. I gambled my own life away to protect the world I called home. Can you truly say that you did any different? I channeled my love for my homeland into power. When I fell before you, did it mean everything was for naught? I like how this is bringing sort of the baddies from all the different expansions together. Oko, what you see before you, is it a dream or something else? What else could it be? No, it's something more. Come, surely your vision cannot be that clouded. The minds of all who have existed and all who will exist are as one. As two are the light and darkness inherent in the mother crystals. I need not point out that the apparitions appearing before you are those whose schemes you have foiled, and those who you are destined to stop. I have sought them out of my own volition, hoping to manipulate their essences for my own ends. Dark infernal forces, serving as a counterbalance to the light you hope to make manifest. And now is the time for me to fill you with that energy. Come! You don't really expect to save the world, do you? At best, you might buy it a few phases of the moon. Even should I fall, there is a grand legion aching to take my place. So in the end, all my journeys have been utterly without meaning. One by one, those I have trusted have fallen. None are left to prop me up when I begin to falter. Haha! None know who I really am. False prophets, false worlds, false adventurers. The truth is the pain I feel inside. Each combat has prepared me for the next, but in the end, it's all worthless. A new age is descending, and it threatens to leave me behind. Pandora's box walks has been opened, overturned and shaken until nothing remains inside. Perhaps not even your precious, luscious hope. Some claim that hope is what keeps humanity sane in these trying times, yet in reality, it is a prison that shuts away the real world. No matter how deeply darkness has penetrated your soul, no matter how much you want to give up, you must not, you cannot. Hope is something seized, not given. Whether surrounded by friends or walking a hard road alone, there is unshaking value in seeing your path to its conclusion. You are the culmination of all your experiences. Even those who are gone still depend on you. Oko, this rhapsody is yours to sing. Alright, there we are. A couple more copper vouchers just for finishing the beginning of the next section. But that's going to be it for the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel for quite some time. We're not going to be doing any more Rhapsodies now until we basically complete the final expansion, which is called... Seekers of Adulin. That's what it was called. I couldn't remember for a second there. But we're not doing that for a while. Because, well, we're going to be getting to it pretty soon. But we have a few episodes, according to my math. We should be basically approaching the 100th episode. I want to do something special for that. And there's a few other things I wanted to do. I wanted to pay another visit to our Chocobo stables and do a little more Chocobo stuff. And possibly even get into a little more crafting in maybe the next episode. And catch up on some of that stuff. But yeah, no, we've been doing really, really good. Getting really strong. We finished now everything from Wings and the Goddess. And caught up on the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. And, yep, the armor's working out well. And we're basically ready to move on to more exciting stuff. Let's take a less formal look here. Yep, there we go. So, but that's everything for today. So, thanks for watching my video, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye for now.